Go. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of season 4 of TechRise. For those mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day this weekend. Hope you're doing something special. And in honor of Mother's Day, we have a special competition today in partnership with Get City's Melinda Gates's Gender Equality in Tech, where we're focusing on FemTech and FamTech. And for those of you joining us for the first time, the way TechRise works is we have 4 to 5 founders take the stage every Friday for a chance to win somewhere between $25,000 and $50,000. Today's $25,000 prize is brought to you by Get. And then we have judges who will ask these founders questions after their 4-minute pitches. And the judges have a very difficult job. They have to go decide who's going to be the winner. So far, we've been doing this for 3 seasons. We've had 300 founders onto the TechRise stage, and our founders have gone on to raise over $110 million in follow-on funding. In fact, just coming on to TechRise usually means that founders will raise something like $500,000 in funding. So hopefully this is just the beginning of everyone's journeys. And with that, I'm very excited to invite onto the stage some of our amazing judges. First, I'll introduce Jessica Kamada. She is managing partner at Swizzle Ventures, and she's an investor and a growth expert. She's currently managing partner of Swizzle, a venture firm focused on companies supporting women through life's toughest pivotal stages. Previously, she built Bamboo, a growth marketing agency where she led growth programs for consumer tech businesses like DoorDash, Headspace, and Peloton. Jess, great to see you again. And then next we have Haley Bryant. She's an investor at Hustle Fund. She's a pre-seed investor, investing in great founders that look like anyone and come from anywhere across B2B, SaaS, digital consumer health, fintech, and Web3. Haley broke into VC as an angel operator and has angel invested in over 50 companies to date. Wow, I'm only at 23, so I have a long way to go to catch up with you, but great to have you here, Haley. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.
And then next we have Carol Isaacs, and she is at BBG. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to say your maiden name. I'm sorry. Mangalies? Is that how you say it? Close? Great. She is an investment team member at BBG, and after spending 7 years at Goldman Sachs, most recently working in the M&A and soft catalyst special situations group. She's originally from Brazil, and she was a Somos VC fellow, transitioning to a career in VC shortly after. She's passionate about health and wellness, both as an investment area and as a hobby. And when Carol's not hiking, running, or cycling, she loves traveling as a polyglot who speaks 5 languages. So, bienvenida. I actually don't know how to say that in Portuguese, even though I took a year of Portuguese, so you can teach me after. But thank you so much for being here, all of our judges. And with that, we're going to get started with our first founder, Sona Shah with Neopenda. Sona.
Hello, everyone. Give me just a second.
All right, we can see you and we can see the slides, so we're good to go.
Perfect. Well, thank you all for having me here. Sorry, actually, 1 second. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm still figuring out the timing. 1 second. Want to make sure.
We'll start the clock when you start, so no stress.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Imagine that you have to take your sick newborn to a hospital. And this is what you find. The first time that I was in this hospital in Uganda a few years ago, there were 150 critically ill newborns and only 2 nurses to help care for them. These nurses are not equipped with the tools that they need to identify when a patient is actually in distress. Oftentimes, it's because equipment in African health facilities end up in wards called the equipment graveyard. How much exactly ends up in these graveyards? 70%. This is often due to unreliable supply chains or power instability or dust getting into the equipment. That's unacceptable, and that's why we created Neopenda. My co-founder and I went to Columbia University for a master's in biomedical engineering and decided to use our degree to create med tech that functions in 85% of the world's population. Our first product gives those newborns a fighting chance at survival. Our first product, NeoGuard, is a wearable vital signs monitor that continuously measures 4 crucial parameters in a simple headband: pulse rate, respiratory rate, oxygen saturation, and temperature. The vitals from multiple newborns wirelessly connect to a centralized dashboard on a tablet provided with our system. So a clinician just has to look at one screen and she can tell what's going on with all her patients. We're tapping into a $1 billion vital signs monitoring market in Africa alone. What makes us so unique? Well, we're the only patient monitor that has been designed specifically with and for low resource settings that measures the vital signs that we do, has a centralized dashboard, and is offered at 1/10 of the cost of comparable equipment on the market. Now, we won't end up in that equipment graveyard because we've built our solution from the ground up. We started Neopenda in 2015 and spent the first 6 years creating a repeatable design and development process, starting with the NeoGuard system. We've clinically and commercially validated our solution with thousands of users and thousands of devices across multiple geographies. We're patented, we're fully certified, and we hold partnerships with some of the world's most esteemed organizations. We launched NeoGuard commercially in 2021 and have built a repeatable sales model that allows for rapid scalability to new geographies. We sell NeoGuard in packages of 5 to 15 wearable devices. Tablet comes included with that, directly to our health facilities during new country launch, or through channel partners as we scale throughout a country. Our customers are both public and private facilities, and in Kenya alone, there are 3,000 facilities within our target market. On every package that we sell, we see 50% margins. So how do we know this model actually works? Well, we've already sold over 1,200 devices to our distribution partners in Kenya, Uganda, and Ghana, generating $400,000 in revenue. We've improved the quality of care for 1,000 patients globally and have logged over 20,000 hours of monitoring. We spent the first 1.5 years of launch iterating on our business model and making product improvements based on customer feedback. Last year, we hit our stride. We launched in 2 new countries, and we 5x the number of devices that we sold last year, a trend that's already continuing this year. This prize will enable us to scale a proven sales model and reach 3 new territories in Kenya, which will more than double our sales revenue for the year. Our fully female-founded team is committed to gender equity and diversity, both within our team and with the products that we create. Our team has proven success in taking a medical device from ideation through sales, and we're not stopping at NeoGuard. We have a pipeline of complementary products that we're launching within the next year and on our way to becoming the med device company for emerging markets. Together, we can change the narrative on healthcare access in emerging markets and give more babies a chance to thrive. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Sona. All right. Jess, can you kick us off with questions, please?
Sona, thank you so much for your pitch. In your business model, is there any part of like a continued revenue stream after you first sell the device?
Yes. So we are building a SaaS recurring revenue with our model. So the model is essentially the data stream. So NeoSpot and NeoCloud are 2 new complementary products. NeoSpot is for primary healthcare, and NeoCloud is a data aggregation platform. With those products, the recurring revenue will be included as part of our model for scale.
Haley.
Awesome. I'd love to learn more about what training is required for facilities to both launch the device and then continue to use it after it's used on the first child.
Yeah, great question. Thank you. Training is a really essential component of our system. It's a lot of the reason why devices end up in that graveyard. So as part of our system, we don't just deliver devices to the facilities. We provide comprehensive training, installation, preventative maintenance on a biannual basis, as well as kind of routine monitoring. So we do track literally every single second that our device is actually used on patients. And then we make sure that if there are any hiccups with that, we're retraining. We offer refresher trainings, and that will also build into our recurring revenue that we're building for next year. So training is it's designed to be easy to use, and for patient populations and nurses that don't necessarily have a significant amount of training, but we do make sure that they know how to use the product and provide the support they need.
Carol.
Great. We'd love to hear a little bit more about the go-to-market. You mentioned these channel partnerships. How are you sourcing the facilities that you're selling into and building these relationships?
Yeah, so actually last year we went through a rather large restructuring where originally we went through distribution partners to push product, but naturally their job is to push the most profitable product in the catalog, which isn't going to be a new product. So we shifted our model to actually going directly to facilities during new country launch. So we have a county government approach or a county approach in Kenya. So we're in 4 different territories, and we have sales representatives that are directly going to both public and private facilities. As we continue to grow in the country, in Kenya, for example, we do engage large channel partners, UNICEF, for example, Ministry of Health, county governments that have the ability to purchase in bulk for a variety of facilities. So that's the stage that we're at now in Kenya, whereas launch is in Ghana and Uganda, and we're looking to add 2 more countries before the end of the year.
Great. We actually have time for one more question. Does anyone have another question?
I was curious about why you're expanding into other territories versus focusing on one.
Yeah, that's a great question as well. So expansion for us, there are 54 countries in Africa, and there's 85% of the world lives in emerging markets. Our product is designed to be replicable and scalable to multiple geographies. And so that's a really core emphasis of us. How can we increase the access to affordable technologies around the world? By design, the product can work anywhere. So for us, it's a lot more about the sales and marketing and the go-to-market strategy as we go into new geographies. But we don't just want to be profitable and sell in one country. We want to be in 85% of the world.
Thank you.
10 more seconds, Sona, if you have any final parting words.
Yeah, just wanted to share some exciting updates. Next week, I'll actually be at the White House sharing some updates on Neopenda. So we're now at the level where we're starting to engage government entities, both locally in Kenya as well as right here at home in the US. So really excited to elevate our presence.
I let it go 2 extra seconds. All right, perfect. Thanks. Congrats on getting to go to the White House and enjoy DC. All right. Thanks so much, judges, for the great questions. And next, I'm going to invite Lisa Kinsella up with Louie. All right, we can see your slides. Just waiting for
everybody. Thank you. Hi, I'm Lisa Kinsella. I'm the founder and CEO of LUWI. I used to sell software, and now my team and I make the best new hormone-free STI preventing contraceptive for women. Technically, I'm still in software. Timing is ideal to bring this new product to market to flip the status quo in the $10 billion male-centric condom industry that has not changed in 100 years. The problem is there are over 180 condoms on the over-the-counter market and 0 for women. You know, some glow in the dark and some are flavored, but they're pretty much all the same. Yet CVS and Walgreens have a his and hers for everything. Everything except sexual health. It's just a his. It's actually pretty interesting. With over 180 options for men over the counter, Louie will be the only over-the-counter option for women. There is only one other product in the United States that's FDA approved, but it's prescription only. It launched in 1993. It sells primarily to sub-Saharan Africa. It's different in material, shape, size, smell, and feel than Louie. We call that product the girdle to our Spanx. Today, STIs are 1 in 4, predominantly impacting women, and half of all unintended pregnancies are a result of failed hormonal contraceptives. In addition, 62% and rising 18, 24-year-old men won't wear condoms. We get it. There are so many reasons why. The solution is Louie. Louie stands for let us wear it, and it is technically the opposite of a condom. It's a finer liner, and it forms a second skin on the inside. It's different. It's not constricting. It's latex-free. It's 50% thinner than a condom, and it's made out of material that is stronger yet thinner and transfers heat and sensation, unlike latex. Louie works better and feels better. And isn't that what we all know is missing from condoms? We don't even need to talk about what happened in June of 2022 with Roe v. Wade. We need an option. And the point is, condoms haven't changed in 100 years. And the only other product similar to Louie is from 1993. Yet We're not wearing leg warmers anymore or sending faxes. We're not even using landlines. Timing is ideal for a new technically advanced modern option for women. The total addressable market is $10 billion, representing 30 billion units. Our strategy is to sell B2B year one to universities to hit 10 million units, and year two add our D2C. Universities buy condoms in bulk today, and they don't have a Gen Z focused health equity option for the other half of their student body. Without any marketing or even samples, we've received pre-clearance intent to purchase from 68 universities. Actually, we have 1.5 million units, which is almost 2 million in revenue from universities, a large West Coast distributor, and two group purchasing offices. We also have additional pipeline with CVS and Planned Parenthood, and we've assembled a group of over 40 launch partners to help us in sampling and amplifying our marketing. Our margins, B2B, are 43% and B2C 80%. We're creating a go-to-market plan to hit 50 million units sold year three, or to hit 100 million in revenue. We will convert 3% of women in college who are already buying condoms today to Louie buyers to hit 10 million units D2C. We've got an incredible team. These people are some of the most connected in all of the sexual health and wellness space. And I'm constantly humbled and amazed by the advisors that find us and have joined our plan to bring this to market. We're raising 1.5 million to complete FDA clearance to file our IP, which actually costs 25K. Thank you, TechRise, to complete manufacturing and market and sell our first 1.5 million units. Louie exists to flip the status quo in the $10 billion male-centered condom market, to provide protection that feels better to all, to provide health equity and over-the-counter access to safety, and to enable agency and body autonomy. Thank you.
Thank you. You can go ahead and put your presentation mode off if you want. It's great. And then judges, do you want to come on? Haley, can you kick us off?
Sure. I'm curious to know how you acquire the colleges that you're working with, Lisa, and how you think about expanding beyond that initial market.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. We haven't done much marketing, and so we have reached out to them via email, and sometimes we go on campus and we share a demonstration. Here's Louie Sparkle Vulva that we have created to show how you insert Louie and what it looks like when it's in place, protects the vulva. And just through conversation, we've used HubSpot to have a couple of emails go out and make phone calls. These people are pretty eager for this option. The director of the Health and Wellness Centers is who we are targeting. There's over 5,000 universities, and so we've only reached out to a small fraction so far. Beyond that, we have a Planned Parenthood and other women's health organizations, and CVS is one of our launch partners. They have, of their 9,000 stores, about 700 are on college campuses. So our first focus is to bring Louie to these folks and make it as accessible, just as accessible as condoms are. Beyond that, we have lots of distributors that are already interested.
Ariel.
Yeah, I would love to hear a little bit more about your pricing strategy and how it compares to the competitors that, as you mentioned, that are incumbents in these CVSs.
That's a great question. So if you, CVS actually helped us with our pricing strategy, and they have put us right in the middle of the condom pricing. And so we are $2.50 each, or $14.99 for a 6-pack. And again, that was helped with the data from CVS.
Jess?
Thank you. That was a lot of info packed into a very short amount of time. Thank you, Lisa. I'm curious about any pilot testing that you've done. I'm not sure if you are allowed to do it before FDA clearance, but I'm wondering on like from actual consumers that will be wearing and using Louie, like what have you learned? Have there been repeat usage? I'm wondering about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have a small group of testers, and that's been really exciting. Everyone who has tested it has been asking for more and more. So once we've learned in London, we did a proof of concept in 2017, and we learned that people want 2 samples. They want to open one up and touch it and feel it, and then they want one to try. And what we found is that it's both men and women like this. You know, they want to be in charge of their health and well-being, want to have agency, and it also just feels better. So once people try it, we see that they really like it, and it's preferred 10 out of 10. That was the data that we got out of our proof of concept in London. And we are, but yes, you're right, because we're not yet cleared in the United States, we're limited in how many people we can ask to try this.
30 seconds. Is there another quick question?
You have an amazing first mover advantage. What happens if and as others come to market?
Yeah, well, I think that is, I hope that that happens. I mean, there are over 180 condoms on the market for men. They're all pretty much the same. And we will have one come fall. I mean, come on, like we've 7 different yeast infection medicines on the other side of that condom aisle. So yes, we need more. We do have plans for different SKUs to follow on, and it is something that we hope by year 3. I think it's taken us 18 months to get to where we are.
I cut us off. I'm sorry, but great job, Lisa, and great questions, everyone. And yeah, thank you. We're going to go video off, and we're going to welcome our next founder onto the stage. We have Janira Hernandez with Lily Bottle. I'm sorry, do you go by Janira or Janira? Oh, you're muted.
It's Janira.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Ready
What if I told you,
Sorry.
no worries. What if I told you there's a simple solution to a problem that plagues millions of parents every day? Imagine a world where feeding time is stress-free and spills are a thing of the past. Welcome to LUWI Bottle, the game changer parents have been waiting for. Oh my gosh.
No worries. You can pause for a second. Or I have a separate clock, so.
I don't know what's happening.
If you go down below, does it?
Sorry.
No worries.
I don't know. Can you see me? Because I cannot see.
We can see you. And I see a little arrow clicker down below.
I am so sorry. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you, and we can see
Okay.
the slides. Okay, do you want to start over?
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay, no worries. Go for it.
Okay. What if I told you there's a simple solution to a problem that's plaguing millions of parents every day? Imagine a world where feeding time is stress-free and spills are a thing of the past. Welcome to LUWI Bottle, the game changer parents have been waiting for. Imagine waking up after a long night of feeding your newborn only to discover a wet bed and stained sheets because you forgot to put the cat back on your bottle. Picture the frantic rush out of the house with your newborn in tow, desperately searching for the bottle cap amidst the chaos of daily life. These scenarios highlight the common struggles faced by parents of bottle-fed babies: lost caps, spills, and the constant worry of keeping the bottle nipple clean and germ-free. I'm Janira Hernandez, the proud founder of LUWI Bottle. Today, I'm thrilled to share our journey with you. As a single mom who gave birth during the pandemic, I've come a long way from crafting our first prototype in a Home Depot parking lot. Enter LUWI Bottle, the answer to every parent's prayers. Our innovative design eliminates the need for separate bottle caps, providing a seamless feeding experience that's as easy as it is convenient. No more searching for lost caps or cleaning up spills, just pure simplicity. So how does LUWI Bottle work its magic? It's simple yet ingenious. Our bottle boasts patented technology, including a collapsible cap that expands to seal the bottle for convenient storage and collapses for seamless feeding. This innovation is fully protected with patents granted by the United States Patent Office, covering both the cap and the bottle. Our strongest patent claim is the cap itself, ensuring unparalleled protection for our unique design. Additionally, we have a patent pending in China, further solidifying our commitment to innovation and global expansion. In a $5.4 billion market by 2030, LUWI Bottle stands ready to revolutionize feeding. With millions of parents seeking innovative solutions, our patented design targets real pain points, positioning us for significant market capture. After conducting in-depth interviews with 50 parents of babies ages 0 to 12 months, we discovered that Convenience and hygiene are their top concerns when it comes to baby products. While other baby bottles exist, none offer the convenience and simplicity of LUWI bottle. Our competitive analysis shows that we have a unique opportunity to dominate the market and become the go-to choice for parents worldwide. We aim to reduce costs, enabling us to offer a LUWI bottle at a competitive price of $19.99, positioning us as an attractive and affordable option for our target market. With the funds, our focus remains on development and manufacturing. We'll invest in refining our manufacturing process, enhancing product features based on user feedback, and ensuring regulatory compliance. Our projected milestones include prototype optimization, manufacturing scalability, and rigorous testing, all aimed at delivering a top quality solution to our customers. When LUWI bottle succeeds, it's not just a win for us, it's a win for parents everywhere. No longer will they have the dread of feeding time or worry about spills ruining their day. Instead, they can enjoy precious moments with their baby, knowing that LUWI bottle has simplified their lives. With LUWI bottle, we're not just selling a product, we're offering a solution that transforms the feeding experience for parents and caregivers worldwide. LUWI bottle, the world's first bottle that blooms.
All right, Carol, can you kick us off?
Sure. Thank you so much for that presentation. I guess, can you talk a little bit more about your customer acquisition strategy? I think sometimes the direct consumer brands have had troubles with that, with how costly it has been to acquire the customer. Also, how you think of the lifetime value of those customers if they're using it for a short period of time when their kids are young.
So we know that in a baby's first year of life, they're going to use 10 baby bottles. And we are focused on a niche market of parents who are really looking for that extra level of protection and sanitation. So we really want to focus on the niche market of parents who are going to be looking to purchase those baby bottle sanitizing stations. And we know that there are around 1.5 million of those units sold every year. And we plan on capturing that market by just talking to moms who talk to moms, mixed media, social media, influencers, and, getting to them in that way.
Jess?
Can you talk a little bit about the cost structure? Like, what are you pricing out for your margins to be?
So right now it's really hard for me to give really specific numbers on that. We're just trying to focus. We're not changing the bottle container. We're not changing the nipple. We're not changing the rim. We're changing the cap. And so knowing in our research, we're hopeful that we can stay competitive in using the same plastics that are on the market today and using the new trend of silicone being a little bit cheaper as well to be able to provide the cap at a competitive price with the bottle.
Okay. Haley.
Thank you for your presentation. How much education is required to help parents see how differentiated this is versus other baby bottles?
This is really like an everyday life issue for parents everywhere. This happens at a drop of a dime every day. You can go to a playground and see multiple people walking around with a baby bottle without a cap. And so parents have the problem that's going on. There's just not a solution that has been offered to them. No other cap on the bottle or on any bottle right now is attached. Every cap is loose and gets lost. There are many of things that parents do right now to eliminate the problem, like using a plastic baggie, putting a wipe on top of their nipple, or they just leave it, exposed. This is a problem that is out there. There just hasn't been a solution, and LUWI bottle fixes that.
Any last questions? All right, Janira, do you want to say any final words before you say goodbye to the judges?
Follow us at the LUWI Bottle on Instagram, luwibottle.com, and we're excited for development. That's what we're really focused on right now, is developing our fully functioning prototype, getting manufacturing and scaling that to get on shelves.
Great. Well, great job. Thank you so much. And next, we're going to have Camryn Ross with Phillow join us on stage. And then Jess, do you mind turning off your camera? Thanks. All right.
All right. Good afternoon. I'm here to talk about the period product for women who no longer need to settle by combining the best of tampons and cups. In a $50 billion global feminine hygiene industry, the menstrual cup market is expected to grow at a significant CAGR of over 9.8%, and Phillow is here to capture this new demand. You might be wondering, period products, hasn't this issue already been solved? Well, here's what pads, tampons, and menstrual cups looked like a century ago, and here's a picture of them sold today. Technology has changed a lot in the past century, but not for period products, despite being a monthly obligation for half our population. So why does it matter? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, it is broke. We surveyed and interviewed over 800 women to understand our customer. Sarah said she has to change her tampon every 4 hours to prevent leaks, while Anna said it took her 2 years to learn how to place the cup correctly. Period products fail to serve their purpose. 70% of women have asked a friend to check if they've leaked in their clothes. Women rush to the restroom 21 times during their cycle just to change their tampons. And 45% of menstrual cup users complain of the mess that difficult insertion and removal create. So we created the world's first disc with an applicator, combining the ease and convenience of tampons with the reusability and all-day wear of menstrual cups. Our patent-pending design, developed alongside medical device engineers, consists of 2 reusable products made from our disc and our applicator, both made from 100% medical materials. So how does it work? First, fold the disc and insert it into the applicator. Then insert the applicator into the body, just like a tampon, and push the plunger to release the disc for a worry-free 12-hour wear. When it's time to take it out, use the pull string for easy as a tampon removal. And lastly, users can empty the disc, rinse with soap and water, and reuse. In today's market, women are forced to choose between convenience and long-lasting wear. Pads and tampons are convenient to use, but need to be frequently changed every 4 to 8 hours, while cups and discs can last up to 12 hours, but are inconvenient due to their messy and difficult insertion and removal. And that's it. Capturing this unique space in the market, Phillow marries the top 2 attributes women look for: convenience and long-lasting wear. And the market opportunities are huge. Our total market is 1.8 billion menstruating women worldwide. Among the 67 million menstruating women in the US, we plan to enter the tampon and menstrual cup market for our first audience of 13 million 25 to 34-year-old women that is ripe for disruption, which our survey shows, as 70% of women are actively searching for a better solution. Last year, we launched a Kickstarter campaign and gained great market validation. Within just 1 month, we exceeded over 2,000 pre-order purchases and raised over $116K in revenue, placing Phillow in the top 4% of successfully funded projects on Kickstarter. For our go-to-market strategy, Phillow soft launched on Kickstarter to validate early demand and gain real-time feedback from early adopters. We'll be operating under a direct-to-consumer model on e-commerce in our first 2 years before partnering with retail stores for an omni-channel approach. And we've made great progress. After 2 years of R&D, we launched our successful Kickstarter campaign and are now in the process of manufacturing to fulfill these orders. We've already submitted patents globally, and with TechRise's 25K, we can begin to prepare inventory for our official e-commerce launch early next year. And we have the best team to do this. We've recruited incredible mentors, including Kenyatta Martin, patent holder of the Tampax Pearl, and global brand manager at P&G. And we're an all-female team listed in Chicago Inno's 25 under 25 with complementary backgrounds. Our mission is to bring women's health to the forefront of innovation while truly prioritizing sustainable options for customers. We've been working on Phillow full-time since graduating from UChicago and MIT because we know we're the women to change the cycle of feminine care, period. Thank you.
Great job. All right, so you can go presentation off. Thank you. Jess, will you ask the first question?
Sorry, I've never seen that before, and that's very cool. Can you share? So I'm curious about basically like LTV of this. So obviously, like tampons, like the great thing is that you buy them over and over again. Like how long can someone wear one before they have to buy it again? And how do you think about like loyalty of the customer?
Yeah, so we're about to enter cyclic fatigue testing to really test how long the product works, but as it's reusable, it should work for a while. We're estimating to tell consumers to replace it every 1 to 2 years. And the LTV is a very important aspect to us. So we are already planning to launch extra products that complement our current product in order to retain customers. These include cleansers, stain removers, liners, all of which can be repurchased on a subscription basis.
Haley.
Thank you, Camryn. Amazing presentation. I've never seen anything like that. So just loved what you're doing, and yeah, lots of great stuff. Curious what you've heard from users about keeping Phillow clean on the go, and any challenges there.
Yeah, so there's two aspects to that. One is we actually created a carrying case based off of user feedback. We have a Facebook community of over 3,000 members. From that, we really heard the need for a carrying case. And so we designed with them a carrying case based off of their preferences, which they really enjoyed and really like the carrying case that we created. In addition, in terms of using it in public bathrooms, disc, particularly compared to cups, have this really amazing benefit called self-emptying. Basically, what happens during the day when you use the bathroom regularly, you basically bear down as if you were pooping, and the product will self-empty. So basically peeing out your period without you having to touch the product at all, having to remove and reinsert it so you can keep your hands clean. You don't really have to do anything.
Yeah.
Great. Would love to hear a little bit more about outside of this Facebook group, how you plan to reach customers and like explain to them how this is differentiated and better.
Yeah, so we know from our surveys that women take their recommendations from people they trust on their period products. So we're going to be using 2 different streams for attracting customers, one organic and one inorganic. Inorganically, we plan to really emphasizing an influencer marketing campaign in order to get in front of women via people they already trust and respect, and allow them to educate their audience on the product. Organically, we plan on partnering with schools like colleges as well as high schools for an ambassador program. And we also are going to rely heavily on a referral marketing program in order for that word of mouth market to really expand. We already saw from our Kickstarter that the referrals were a huge part in terms of why the Kickstarter was so successful.
Great, and then a quick one from Carol. You just asked a question. I'm losing track of it.
Or
sorry.
I
Yes, one more question. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like right.
I'm curious, Camryn, like what products are you finding most of your users are switching from? Is it split among the current solutions?
Yeah, it's really split. So there's a large base of tampon users who really want to get into reusable products. However, they just have been too intimidated to try them because of that really messy and difficult insertion process. There's a large learning curve, and they view Phillow as an excellent bridge to get them to those reusable products. In addition,
I do have to cut us off now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I'm sorry I lost track. I promise I'm paying attention. But great job, Camryn and judges. Thanks so much for all of your questions that you asked. All right. And now for our last and final competitor and founder, we have Malvina de Salvo with Plateful.
Hello.
Okay, we can see your slides.
Great. Ever try to feed a toddler broccoli? If so, you understand the difficulty in getting kids to eat healthy. Parents are busier than ever, leaving us no bandwidth to deal with picky eaters, to foster healthy eating habits, or provide nutrition education to prevent lifestyle diseases. Plateful helps create good habits, reduce pickiness, and preventative lifestyle diseases by gamifying nutrition education. We reach kids earlier, right when habits are forming. We educate parents and give them tools needed to shortcut development of healthy habits. Plateful is a nutrition platform leveraging AI and machine learning capabilities. It includes an app, animated learning modules, and a smart food plate. Our animated learning content takes children on a food journey. They learn about the life cycle of food, how it's grown and harvested from cultures around the world, how it travels to meet them at their plate, and what it does for their body system to fuel their activity. We take the learning to the dinner table. Our smart food plate is fully loaded. It lights up, talks to, and engages kids while eating. It recognizes when vegetables go uneaten and responds accordingly. It tracks macronutrients and shares the data with our app where parents can get rich insights on how their children are doing with recommendations to improve. Plateful retails for $100 with a software subscription of $4.99 a month. Our product has applications as a medically approved device or flexible spending reimbursement for weight management, bariatrics, disordered eating, neurodivergent food sensory, as well as patients suffering with preventative care diseases as other streams of revenue. Launching direct-to-consumer with our network of mom groups and content subscribers, we'll scale our affiliate programs with these groups nationally, develop partnerships with key industry leaders, Phase 2 and 3, using our 15 years in the healthcare industry to become approved flexible spending dollars. In our advisory board sits a previous VP of sales at Oral-B with relationships with retailers to gain entry. This is a $160 billion industry. There are 2 billion children globally aged 0 to 5. Focusing on the US market first, there are 23 million children. We found ourselves most sticky with picky eaters for our initial entry in market. We've graduated several elite accelerators with hundreds of customer discovery interviews and a full prototype of our smart plate. We've grown our team and advisory board, and we're in talks with the American Heart Association. Remaining year, we'll complete beta testing, a partnered research with a Northwestern PhD researcher, and a pilot to reach a pre-seed round. Plateful offers a total solution with age-appropriate education and resources that grow with them. Engaging content, making healthy eating easier. Software and hardware solutions for interactive tools with AI and machine learning capabilities to get rich insights on progress with medically proven solutions. We have 70 plus years of experience in software, healthcare, ag tech, CPG, and food tech. Serial entrepreneurs collectively raising 150 million plus. The $25,000 will allow us to begin pilots with stakeholders and increase education offerings, technology, and key hires, which will enable us to bring Plateful to market. Help us improve future health. Plateful is an investment in children. Plateful changes how we teach kids about nutrition and how we shape their relationship with food. Plateful, helping kids build healthy habits one plate at a time.
Great, thank you. Haley, do you want to ask the first question?
Sure. Thanks so much, Malvina. Curious how much content you need on the platform at launch for kids, and is this something being used every day, every week? What's the frequency of usage?
Yeah, we're hoping that parents will use it for all meals and snacks. The goal of part of our programming is to give those rich insights to parents so parents can log in and see a culmination of everything they've served for the day, including the macro breakdown. So for example, if your child didn't eat their protein at lunch, we'll make a recommendation to increase the protein at dinner, and we'll recognize patterns of difficulty eating chicken or whatnot, suggest alternate plant-based proteins to ensure they get their macros while working on maybe the texture issues that your child is facing. Yes, the learning library is certainly a big component of what we're trying to build out. You know, there's multiple approaches in order to get us there, and we'll certainly expand as we grow. But to get us to market and get us moving, we'll most likely create content by subcategory. We'll group foods like foods. Citruses can at the start be one video instead of breaking it down, lemon, orange, so on and so forth, just to ensure that we can get there. We'll look at AI and animation videos in ChatGPT to help us extend our learning library until we can get the continued funding.
Carol.
Hi, thanks so much for that. It kind of goes along with the previous question. And how are you sourcing this content that you're feeding the AI database? And is there a second question? Is there a cohort component of this in terms of the age of the kid and how they should be thinking about eating?
Yeah, so when we talk about AI and ML, we talk about it in multitudes of ways. For us, we'll be using AI and ML for a few things. We like to take a look and see what knowledge they've consumed, what learning library content they've consumed, and their engagement with our plate. So we know we've served them broccoli 10 different times. We know how many times they've touched broccoli on the plate, the change in weight on the plate, and how much they've likely consumed. We'll use that plus the content consumed and how much the broccoli content they've consumed to make an algorithm guess on how likely they are on the path to accepting that food. So we'll use AI and ML on that component, but in terms of building out the library, we'll also leverage AI and animation tools to help us cheaply build out additional content.
Yes.
How much manual work is needed from parents? I.e., like, do they have to actually input like what they are putting on the plate in the app, or can you explain that?
That's a wonderful and great question. What our slogan is we help busy parents ensure their children eat their greens with no pushback. I'm a busy mom of two, and the last thing I need, and the reason I bring this product forward is we're trying to raise good people and trying to build morals, ethics, and values, and the nutrition literacy falls to the wayside. That's why we have a problem with so many moms who give in or least path of resistance, plate chicken nuggets and mac and cheese, because we don't have the bandwidth to do this level of build. So really all you need to do is plate the food. One part of the AI I failed to mention is we'd like to use AI to let parents take a photograph of their plate. So you can take a picture of your plate and our software will recognize those food components and cure up the animated videos automatically. We will have manual processes in the app where you can select from a drop down. Either way, that'll curate the content up and start the engagement process. Your kid watches the videos while you finish prepping dinner. And once the video is over, engage in dinner, continue conversations off screen.
We have 20 more seconds if you have any final words.
Yeah, we're really excited. Out of our customer discovery, parents really resonated with our product. 70% said they would buy this if it was available today. The 25 grand will allow us to formally kick off our pilot and validate our product works as designed and get that PhD researcher where we see it as 3 out of 5 dentists recommend Colgate seal of approval to enable us to reach a formal round.
Okay, thank you so much, Malvina. And I see that Ariel, our next guest, is joining us. So judges, you have the unenviable job right now going to select a winner from today's founders. So we're going to say goodbye to you and hand you over to Stephen Shah, our friend at Verizon. But founders, great job, and very excited to have Ariel, DeNey, Rainey back to join us from Hustle Mommies. It's great to see you.
Hi, TechRise family. How are you?
Good. I'm going to give a quick bio on you before we start jumping into some questions. But Ariel is the global creative strategist and urban family advocate that provides change to the world by galvanizing Black moms and professionals to fight for change. She is the mastermind behind the Hustle Mommies nonprofit organization and movement, where she's connected hundreds of mothers to careers, personal development, celebrity engagements, grants and scholarships, and a plethora of other resources. As a true hustling mompreneur, Ariel and the Hustle Mommies team has created programs for Black mompreneurs that focus on business development, entrepreneurship, funding, and mentorship. The Pitch Like a Mom pitch competition series, Moms Mean Business program, and conference were designed to ensure moms plagued by socioeconomic issues can launch and scale their businesses. And then the advocacy work of Hustle Mommies and the organization's partnerships with other coalitions has led to the creation of the Urban Mom Coalition, a national coalition for Black moms, where Black moms across the country can join forces to change policy and revise support on a national level. She's also the proud mom of the Mogul Kids, a creative collective of her children, Morgan and DJ, and currently resides in the Chicagoland area. So it's great to have you, and lots of accolades and things under your belt. You certainly are a mompreneur. Can you tell us a little bit about your backstory and how you got into this work?
Well, I got into this work because I'm a former teen mom, and being a former teen mom, often, especially when you're Black and brown, the actual opportunities that's before us is work, go to school, or be a stereotype. And I was not going to be a stereotype. So I went to LA, worked in entertainment, working with MC Light and contracting with companies like Rock Nation to really build my profile. And I really learned about business. But during that time period, I learned just how badass moms are, because there are a lot of moms who left home like me. They either had their kids or they were sending money back home to their kids, or they were bringing their kids on sets that were really working in the entertainment industry. So Hustle Mommies was birthed, and it was my personal affirmation that God gave to me as my life purpose. And so it was very important for us to focus on how we were going to be able to help other moms that were Black mompreneurs or who have an idea or who just didn't have the opportunity to be able to be connected to resources while also advocating for their communities. And Hustle Mommies have been doing that. November 1st will be year 12.
Wow. I was going to ask you about how you've scaled it, but yeah, you want to just tell us a little bit, like, what was it in the early days and how is it different now?
In the early days, it was definitely a passion project where we would just get together around the BET Awards in LA or different like holidays here in Chicago, and we would do events. And basically we would go to shelters that service mothers and do our mommy makeovers. And as a result, we have given close to 1,000 moms across the country makeovers, done clothing drives and things like that. And we're bringing it back this year, actually. But we've done that, had soup drives to help moms with resume building or even networking, because everyone says I'm a master networking because I'll go in the room and talk to everyone. Desiree, you have personally witnessed this. And so I teach moms the importance of social capital and how that can build generational wealth and connection for you and your family, especially when you build in these amazing businesses like the moms on here and the women on here who have businesses.
Absolutely. And so, I mean, 1,000 women for makeovers is incredible. I'm curious, some of the businesses and the hustles that you see them working on. Can you share some of the ones that you're particularly proud of? I know I'm going off script, so I'm putting you on the spot, but.
Yeah, so listen, we have a Facebook community of 56,000 and counting moms, and the beauty industry, which I'm very passionate about, is something that a lot of our moms are thriving in. In our community, we have created our own mom ecosystem where if a mom is selling a chicken dinner, the other mom is doing hair, they're doing business with each other. They might do a little bartering. Hey, I have a babysitting service. You watch the kids, I'll do your hair. It's a real community. But our group, we have had moms that were working and using the group for their side hustles. So far since 2016, about 50 moms have told us that they quit their jobs to fully focus on their business because of the Hustle Mommy group, because it replaced their income and they were able to be at-home moms. So my favorite personal brand is Mahogany, who is a makeup artist. She is doing my son's prom day makeup in the group. She has gathered, she told me she kept tally 100 clients since last year, since she joined the group. In addition to that, she now has her own makeup class that she's launching, and we're going to be partnering with her on that. Another business is Loan Bay, who is a mortgage lending specialist. She teaches a lot of moms who are first-time home buyers how to be able to prepare her business, and she's done a lot of classes on that. And so that's been her business. And then we also have a business consultant by the name of Dr. Sierra Whitaker, who teaches moms a lot about their business paperwork. Because what we noticed during the pandemic, the moms that had these hustles that were generating money couldn't get the resources and get it supplemented and get it protected because they didn't have their paperwork together. And if you're a first generation entrepreneur, you really don't know the paperwork and the gist of things. And so we've been working with her on that. So those are just examples. We got some superstars, but those three have been my favorite thus far.
That's incredible. And I think we share this vision that entrepreneurship really is the kind of fastest path to living the American dream. And so the fact that you're able to help so many women get on this journey, that's incredible. But it's not, the only advocacy work that you do. You're also really involved in anti-gun violence. And so can you talk a little bit about the work that you do there?
Sure. So as the founder of the Paint the Hood Orange initiative and movement, we got into this work. I'm from the Inglewood community on the south side of Chicago, a beautiful community that unfortunately, because of lack of investment and segregation and systemic racism rooted in Chicago's long-standing history, the community lost its investment. And as a result, you see a lot of gun violence in communities like that, Austin, North Lawndale, South Shore, et cetera, Humboldt Park, Pilsen. So what happened was we created Paint the Hood Orange initiative to raise awareness about what's going on in the quote unquote hood, which is the Black and brown communities where there's a lot of gun violence, poverty, educational issues. And what we do is we have our mompreneurs who are from those communities or who are just passionate about it, go in and we do these block parties where we go to 10 communities throughout June and July. and we service the communities, their businesses. We pass out free stuff. We partner with companies like Walmart and Nike and Amazon who sponsor us to actually pay Black mom-owned businesses to put together the actual block parties to make a difference. And as a result, we have spent close to $500,000 in the past 2.5 years on Black mom-owned businesses to actually put together these community events, which is what we take pride in as a movement. And so what we're just showing is that giving the right amount of dollars, we can fund a mom and help her to support her family, but also impact the community at the same time. So that's our Moms Helping Moms mantra and how we're able to make that happen.
That is incredible. And I'm curious, I mean, I definitely, you said a lot of different neighborhoods, including some of our predominantly Latino neighborhoods, but I'm curious if you're seeing more Latina moms joining your group and how we can bring more of the Latina community.
So we're Black mom focused, but we partner with my girl who has Chicago Latina moms. When we first started hitting the neighborhoods, we partnered with them to go to Humble Park and Pilsen, and it was Black and brown moms standing together. They're doing amazing work in those communities. And so we partner together and have our meetings on how we can work together at things of that nature. And it's really a beautiful thing. So with even with doing Paint the Hood Orange, we will be doing Paint the Hood Orange in those communities in partnership with Chicago Latina Moms and a couple of other Latina-based groups, and hiring actual Latina mompreneurs to service their communities. And so we've been standing in solidarity because, as I discussed with you before, I think, Desiree, there are a lot of moms who are Latina impacted by gun violence, but because of immigration issues and language barriers, a lot of them don't feel comfortable with advocating. So we've been working with the activists in the community on advocating and elevating that presence as well.
Absolutely. We're very lucky to have you in Chicago, and so many moms are. I'm curious, for the people who are listening and watching who have never seen you before, how can they get involved both for, the block parties and also Hustle Mommies?
Yes, so please reach out to me at hustlemommies.org. Click on volunteer information. We will make sure we'll connect you with resources. We do have a lot of Afro-Latina moms. One of my best friends is Afro-Latina. So we do have a Latina population within our service offerings and our group. So if you are a Latina mom, we do have resources for you and can connect you out to a lot of our partners. That's a nationwide and here in Chicago, because we have many of those as well. You can also contact us at the Hustle Mommies on Instagram and our Facebook page, like Hustle Mommies.
Great. And then is there an index somewhere of like all the mompreneur businesses that maybe we could be buying from? Like, how can we start doing a better job?
We are releasing our Hustle Mommies vendor list that is coming real soon, that you'll be able to see all of our mom-owned businesses, and then you can check out our work and stuff from there. So that's coming soon. And this fall, we are launching our Mommies Business Program, and we'll be launching our Mommies Business Summit, where mompreneurs of all ethnicities, but we're focusing on minority moms. But we are going to have our summit where you can come learn up from different mompreneurs and really hear the real about moms owning business. Because man, I'm at a actual nonprofit summit now doing this, also texting my kids' teachers on top of making sure my Sound Prom is ready. The mompreneur hustle is real. And so we're going to have a summit just for us where we can lay our hair down and hear from some people who have multi-million-dollar businesses, who are moms that are Black, brown, and yellow, and be able to tell us all about their experiences and be able to network with each other and really go back to our communities and make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can see it, you can be it, right? So it's so important to have those success stories coming in. I think we have a couple more minutes. I think the judges aren't quite ready, so I'm going to keep you on for a little bit longer. But so in terms of funding, how do you get the funding to do this work? And is that something that the community can be helpful with?
So first, let me say, TechRise helped perfect my pitch, because my first pitch was a womp, womp, womp. But then after working with some of the TechRise,
that as a personal compliment.
Yes, it was a womp. No, for me.
Good for
and
you.
so after getting with a coach and going through a couple of other programs like Black Girl Ventures, which is for Black and brown women, and just getting a business coach and all that good stuff, I was able to pitch again for Chicago Urban League, and it was an amazing opportunity. And so for me, it helped me understand a lot about how to pitch to corporations. So as a nonprofit, I just put together a killer pitch deck, set up meetings, cold call, went to events where I can network with funders, and really just made it from that standpoint. And so what I will say to the ladies that's here that has businesses, especially if your brand is mom or women centered, make sure you go to these places, because what people don't understand is Chicago is a hidden gem for investors that would give you money for a business. What's the name of the hire company, the mom company that's for work from home moms?
The Mom Project.
Yes, the Mom Project. For example, she got her first 100K here, and she's based here. And so there are a lot of people that would invest in you, even Monica and Andy. These are mom-led and based companies that are super successful, that's in $1 million market range, that started here in Chicago. There are a lot of angel investors here. And so this is your oyster. And so I would like to say you have to get out there, go to some of these tech companies, go to all the mixers, look up VC companies based here, and just really send them your deck and really just check out what it is they have going on. But you have to be outside and really show your face and sign up for vending opportunities and all that. That's what's really helped Hustle Mommies with our work and how we've been able to work with like a Walmart and a Nike and things of those nature.
Well, Ariel, thanks so much. And clearly you've demonstrated the hustle required to be successful. So congrats on all the progress you've made. And we're just honored to be partners with you in the TechRises that we do together. All right,
yes,
the judges are ready to announce. So founders, can you come back, camera on? And then which judge is going to announce the winner?
I've been selected to announce.
Okay, great. So you start with a runner-up, and just a reminder to everyone, runner-up is important because it means that they're in the running to win the $100,000 finale prize in December. All right, so who is second place today? Everyone's a winner, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, first we just wanted to say thank you to everyone for pitching. It's really hard to get an entire company into 4 minutes, and I thought you all did it beautifully. And it was a really hard deliberation. Like several names were surfaced and we went around and around. So I just want to say that first. The runner-up today is Neopenda. We really loved the mission. And we think that this innovation needs to be brought to emerging markets. So congratulations.
All right, and for first place.
First place today was Phillow for their innovations in being very consumer led. And we were really impressed by all of the consumer led traction that you've gotten so far. Congratulations.
Camryn, I don't know if you want to say anything, you're muted, but go ahead.
I just want to say thank you so much. The 25K really will help us a lot. So thank you.
Well, great job, and great job to all of the founders today. Really honored that you spent your time and that you're building such important businesses to women and families across the globe. And judges, thank you so much for being here. Verizon, thank you as always, Stephen, for being there for deliberation. And then a special thanks to Melinda Gates' Get Cities for another wonderful sponsorship of our women-focused founders. So have a wonderful Mother's Day, everyone, and we'll see you again soon.
Happy Mother's Day.